A lot of people have actually asked me whether we can convert Jasmine, if I can do Jasmine into one of the standing up dolls. Absolutely we can, and all we need to do is either have a single loom or one of the monster tails. So once you've made your figure, you then just need to make a little skirt for her, and then she can stand up. And the way to do the skirt, I have a video, a YouTube tutorial on how to do it on a loom. If you choose to, you can also do it on the monster tail. I find doing them on the monster tail a little bit easier. All you're going to do is start off, I've made the bottom of the hem gold, so I'm going to use my gold band, and I'm going to do a figure 8, which is a twist. So you place one side on the peg, twist it and place it like this. Now you do this on the monster tail or the single loom. As I said, it's the same sort of layout. And making these dresses is 128 bands, because you have 8 bands per row and we have 16 rows. So I'm going to start with a first row of gold. My last tying off bit is also going to be gold, 2 bands of gold, and then I'm going to use the same colour as her pants, but instead of doing a twist, I'm just placing the bands on like this. Oops, that's a single band, and you just place them all the way around like this. And then once you've done one row of the turquoise, you're going to do another row of turquoise, and all these rows are going to be turquoise until we get to the end. Try and make sure that they're lined up nicely, that they don't overlap or go, you know, below where they're supposed to, because when you come to looping up, it's important that they're in some sort of order. So a few more. So when we have 3 rows on our loom, and make sure that you push everything down because it's going to get tight and squeezy, you're going to take your hook and you're going to grab the 2 bottom bands, pull them up, over and off the loom, and then make sure that you push everything down. Okay, so we're going to go all the way around and lift up. In this case it's the gold bands. Okay, all the way around until you just have 4 turquoise bands on your loom. Then you're going to go around and lay the bands for the next row. It's going to be turquoise, so starting here, oops, lay all the bands, and this is going to be row number 4. You have to keep count of how many rows you've done, that's quite important. This is row number 4. One more band, and again we're going to go down, grab the bottom 2 and lift them up and over, and then you are left with 4 bands on each peg. If you see 6 bands on a peg, it has not been looped over yet. Okay, if you've got 3 bands on your peg, you've looped one too many. Alright, so that was layer 4. We're going to do layer 5, and then after that I'm going to pause the video and we're going to catch up again at layer 16. So I'm laying the bands for layer 5. And you're going to do the same thing. Push everything down, grab the bottom 2 and pull over. So I will catch you when we're both at layer 16 to show you how to tie off your skirt and how to put your little doll in it. You pause the video and I'll pause the video, and I'll see you back at layer 16. I'm back and I'm at row 16. I have it all laid out here. I'm going to take the bottom two and loop them over the top here for my last row. I'm going to push everything down. Next I'm going to get the next two bottom ones, so I'm actually left then with two bands on each peg. Okay. Once I have two on each peg, I'm swapping to a slightly smaller hook because I have one, but if you don't, that's fine. Grab all of these bands, the two bands on each peg, and fit them onto your hook. Take your dress off. I'm just going to scritch it out a bit like that. I'm going to use two of the gold bands. I'm going to tie them in a knot like that, and I'm going to slide all of these loops of the dress onto these gold bands. And there is a knot there, but that's fine. I'm going to move that through. Have both ends of the band on the hook, move one over the other and hold the one that you're left with. Push your hook under the other one and we're going to tie a knot. I know you all roar with laughter when you hear of me tying knots, because I'm utterly useless at it. Oh my goodness gracious, I think I did it. There we are. There's a first time for everything. You're going to get left with a loop. That's absolutely fine. In fact, it's good. Next, I'm going to grab my spoon. I'm going to slide my dress like this. I'm going to make sure that I've got all of these evenly spaced. With my princess, I'm going to layer her legs on top of each other because she's got these baggy pants on, so it makes it quite thick. So similarly as we have with the tail for Ariel, we're going to make her thinner so that we can pop her into the bed of the spoon, and you need to stuff her in as well as you can, okay? And it's going to take a bit of squeezing and scroozing. Let's stuff her in and pull that skirt up like that. It's better to have the skirt too high and to be able to pull it down. So grab, you can see her little feet are at the end there, and we can leave them in there. Make sure that it's at the right level that you want on her waist. For me, that's just about perfect, and her legs are pushed in, which is good because in order for her to stand up, her feet have to be inside her dress. See, like that. And there we have Princess Jasmine in her standing fashion. I hope you enjoy making her. Take care.